It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Here's the punter, Trenton Gill, now to do the honors, and off we go here at Soldier Field. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the toss, they run wide side to McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Lance looking to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them the first down. Now Montgomery running right. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now Fields. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. We're scoreless after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Shot, 17.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Right, 97.
McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Niners post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Was such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bears will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's got room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free, but we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. On first down, Fields. And he rifles one incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
On fourth down, Fields eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet from 4 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Santos with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball. fair to say hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Touchdown, 49ers. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up, They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. On 2nd and 9, Fields looking downfield for Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
To throw is Fields. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A big kick, 50 yards that time, with a return of 4. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. 20. Touchdown, 49ers.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Off play action, Fields. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Running for it, Montgomery. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now it's Fields. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hand, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Ready up.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Eat old blue.
The Lance going to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Chicago.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. McCaffrey on the toss right. And he'll work down inside the 45. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Gets this one to use check. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Ready.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Red, yellow. Ready.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Ready.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Black shot.
Here's Lance. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Set. Striker, 3-3.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And this one is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Complete to Jones. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Fields. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Here's Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
4th down. Fields has to have this one. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. All eyes on Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Bears. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
And one last throw here for Fields. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Here we go. Here we go. Watch out now. 50 feet. Right.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. There he goes, right side. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for six. How about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
Well, this was a game we'll have in the memory banks for a while. The winning touchdown at the end, and then they had to get that extra point. You know, the knees were shaking, but he put it through, and boom, a dramatic victory.
And just remember, prior to 2015, that extra point almost felt routine, didn't it? Like it was a fait accompli. But when we moved it back to the 15, now the drama kicked in. So, yes, a touchdown, extremely important. Obviously, they had to have it. That was huge. But that was not a gimme, and he knocked it through the post.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Flushed out right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They'll go again to Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. has come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
Brought down at the 20. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Touchdown! Mercedes Lewis. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Packers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
56.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Allen gonna go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I really like what he did there, because he took his practice work and converted it to game action, because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier to shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
The kick by Crosby is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Now Allen. He completes it to the tight end Knox. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Singletary again. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen, pass incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the 1st half.
The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Allen. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Facing this big 1st half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Allen going to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They run here with Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Here's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need it.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan
from 6 yards away.
And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead.
Crosby with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Allen now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jones wants to throw to start things out here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Maybe too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Second down and goal. Jones. Just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Richie James, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 59 yards. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see him take a deep shot in this game.
Now Jones, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out, and the Packers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Jones. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. These two teams all tied after one. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him.
The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed him off with that run.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard.